Hi, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And I have with me the wonderful Michelle Marie from Astrological Tarot. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, it's such an honor to be here with you, Marina. Thank you so much for
Oh,
having me on your show again.
again, I love it. I love it. You know what? This is um there's kind of a lovely synergy, I think, when we're working together, and I like it.
I like
So
it
you
too.
you kind of want to do it over and over and over again when you're working with people you like, right?
Agreed.
So yeah, the notices just went out, so we should now we should start seeing people coming in, which is wonderful. So before I get to saying hello to folks in here, what have you got on the go?
Oh,
What's up?
well, I'm going to have Deanne on the show tomorrow. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then I have Gerald next week. And then
Oh,
March is packed. And I think you're on the 6th. So that'll be a lot of fun. Marina's going to be on my show on the 6th, guys. So definitely follow. That'll be fun. And yeah, lots of new people. I'm going to try to get some new faces in May. So I'm going to reach out to them as well. But I just have the show once a week right now. And I'm just going on other people's shows that I like Marina's. So yeah.
that's fine. You know what? Yeah, we put in whatever it is that we're guided to put in.
Yeah.
And that's that. And yeah, you also I mean you're running a business, you have a career outside of this.
I do.
So,
Yeah.
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 So, you have to take that into consideration too, that you're putting in. And I know when you run your own business, there is no such thing as a time clock. You're putting in 10, 12-hour days.
Yes, I worked as a school teacher until 2010, but
Oh,
2008 wiped most of us out. I don't know if you knew that. Not a lot of people know that healthcare workers and teachers were wiped out after the Great Recession. And I
yeah.
graduated from college in 2006 with my master's. And so
Nice.
like I got hit just like all the other older millennials. And so I've been in business for myself since 2010, and it's been incredible. I have the discipline for it though. You don't clock in, you don't have anyone watching over you. It's all
Yeah,
on you. And luckily I had enough experience in tech, enough experience in teaching, enough experience in just how to run a business that I was able to just slide right into it.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I know. I get it. I did the same thing. I
mhm.
ran my own business for I think 5 or 6 years, and then my suppliers kind of made some changes, and so I had to shut her down. But those I never worked so hard in my life,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, and it was the constant, but it was also really rewarding because at the end of the day, you can kind of look at it and say, I did that.
Yeah.
Like, here's where I started, here's where I finished. I did that.
Yeah. I told Jonathan, especially those nights where it's like a Sunday night and it's like 3 in the morning and you just stopped an attack on a site or something like that. Or someone calls
Yeah,
you and you give them a reading that just changes their entire life. Because I technically have 2 jobs. I work in tech, so I do web design, I do
yeah,
SEO, which is search engine optimization, and I
yeah,
also do cybersecurity, and I'm certified in all that stuff, and that's what I do for a job.
wow.
And then for my career, I'm an astrologer and a tarot reader.
Yeah,
So Vedic and Western. And I love doing that. So I like both of them. And I find that I can mix the two too. It's I get to use the more creative side of my brain and the
absolutely.
more analytical one at the same time, and it evens things out. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I
Mhm.
did not know that you were a teacher.
Yes, I taught communication arts and I was the journalism teacher. And so I did a newspaper, yearbook, that kind of stuff. And then I taught all of my classes online. So I taught my kids how to build websites and because this was back in the
Nice.
early 2000s. And so I went to college over the summer at Central Washington to get my certifications in journalism and online marketing and education and stuff like that. And that's what I got to bring into this career. So it's just interesting to see
Right.
like how all of our careers just kind of lead us up
I
to the
know.
moment. Yeah.
I know, because that was when I went back to university as a mature student.
Me too. Yeah.
And yeah, and I was the path that I was on was I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to teach high school social studies. I could just see that very clearly. That's where I wanted to go. And so, yeah, I was at University of Calgary, and the year that I started was the year that they changed the education part, and they made it, rather than doing a first year of general studies and then saying, no, I'm going into education. Now it was an after degree program where you had to have your a degree in whatever you chose, and then you went into education. You ended up with a master's in education at the end of it. And there was no way that there was enough time, even if I had taken a full course load in, fall, winter, spring, summer, there's no way that I could have done it. So I thought, okay, well, apparently that's not my route. That was my plan. And Spirit said, no, I don't think so. But yeah, so I got a BA in humanities and English major, and that still.
Yeah, we're both English majors. That's awesome.
Yes. See, all the things you have in common with people.
I know. Oh God, I chose English because, one, I had to keep my GPA above a 3.75 because I was a scholarship kid, and so I was taking like organic chem and doing the whole pre-med thing, and chemistry killed me. It was just like I just did not connect. I connected really well with biology and botany and all of those classes.
Yeah.
But chemistry was just, it was going to kill me. And so I literally got out of pre-med and the big science programs because I had to keep my GPA up.
Yeah.
It was just when I chose English because those were all of my favorite professors were anyway. So
Exactly. No, I love it. Never ever look back and realize that, yeah, getting that degree, that wasn't in itself. Like,
it was.
Yeah. That was. Yeah,
and the thing is, you did not make a mistake, because I made a mistake in getting a master's in teaching, because I got my bachelor's and then I was going to jump into getting my master's. And people actually warned me. They said, if you do this, you could get fired because you're 10,000 more a year and you're usually the first to go. I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. The same thing happened to a woman who was teaching. She was getting her master's degree and she had 6 years of tenure. And I told her, once you get your master's degree, they're going to fire you. And they fired her that year. So it's unfortunate that our educational system does that.
I know. Yeah. Rather than rewarding what
I got awarded teacher of the year when I got fired. I'm not kidding. Like, it was insane. Like, I got like an award and like this whole thing. And then they were just like, okay, bye. I was like, what? So
don't you know who I am?
So education has become more about money and less about instruction or education. So you made a good decision by not getting your master's, because everyone that I know that got their master's during that time got screwed.
Yeah.
So
not nice. But here we are.
We're doing this and we're loving life.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
We're pointing out the people who robbed the educational system, right?
That's right. That's right. And so I will say hello to some of the folks that are here. Karen Doyle joined us very early. Hello, Karen. And Ness has joined us, and she's a member, so she had a question. Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. Hey, Sherry, nice to see you here. Margot B. Jackie Jacaranda. Here's someone that I haven't seen for a while. Hey, Jackie, nice to see you. Welcome.
I love Jackie.
Yes, she's great. Yeah. Christine Brooks, Lori Hunsinger, Glow. Aloha to you, Glow. Jessica Lynn. We have Christine Brooks, Christine Fryer, Ron DeForest. Hello, Ron. Let me see. Want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Kay Muldoon. Soul Alchemy with Indigo Jaguar. Hello, Heather. Nice to see you. Welcome. Okay, Patty D. Captain Morgan. Hey, Captain Morgan. Hope you're doing okay. Debbie Joyce. I think Linda Thompson. Okay. I think that's kind of everyone. So, hey, welcome. Thank you for spending part of your evening with us or your day with us, whatever the case may be. There we go. So, uh, fill us fill us in, Michelle. What's with this energy that's going around? We're being tested.
We are, we are. Well, today, and Mercury enters sidereal Aquarius. So if you're feeling that you're going to step in some innovation, then that's excellent. But what that also brings is a focus on the collective. So when we focus more on the collective, we're thinking about innovative thinking, we're thinking about intellectual exploration, we're thinking about humanitarian causes. And so this is a really
Mhm.
favorable time for networking, for unconventional problem solving. And we all have a ton of problems because the kings that be are really testing the collective. When Saturn goes into Aquarius, when Pluto and the Western goes into Aquarius, when the larger, bigger, badder planets head into the sign of the collective of Aquarius, we need to detach from our emotions, as weird as that is, and look at our situation from a very philosophical, humanitarian, what's best for the one, for the source. Because if you look at Leo, which is 180 degrees away from Aquarius, Leo's the king, and Saturn, which rules Aquarius in the Vedic, and Uranus in the Western represents the servants. And so there
Mm.
is a balance that needs to take place between these two entities. And we're going to start seeing that, which in my opinion is
Yeah,
really progressive and wonderful, because we need to all come together and fight against these powers that be that are messing with the empaths. So
absolutely.
focusing on our interactions, on societal growth, things like that are really important. A really good mantra for this is it's Mercury's mantra is Om Buddhaya Namaha. And you guys can do that tomorrow on Wednesday 108 times if you're feeling a little, extra. Especially if you have any planets in Virgo or Gemini, you're more affected by Mercury changing signs or going retrograde or any of those things. And then we got a big thing coming on the 22nd. Venus and Mars are going into war. And that's going to happen at 12 degrees and 46 of sidereal Capricorn. And that's in Shravana Nakshatra. And that intensifies our passions, our desires, our creative energy. It's a time of like really heightened passion and romance, but just be really careful not to just be impulsive when it comes to this stuff. Because
Yeah,
when I see conjunctions like this in a person's chart, usually Venus or Mars wins, and there's a lot of conflict there. So
yeah.
and impulsivity there. So doing mantras for Venus or Mars, you can wear their associated gemstones. For Mars, it's red coral. For Venus, it's diamond or white zircon. Practicing mindfulness during that day is really going to help keep the tensions down in our relationships.
Yeah.
Don't make any big financial decisions, okay, guys? I mean, for
Yeah.
entertainment purposes only. Venus, when another planet is at war, it's all about moderation. It's all about diplomacy. It's all about
Yes.
like trying for a balanced outcome. And then on the 24th, we have a full moon at 11 degrees and 11 in Leo. I know, isn't that
Yeah.
great? And that's in Maga Nakshatra. So there's the king. Okay, that's
Yeah.
the king energy. And so this is going to amplify our self-expression, our creativity, our competence. It's opposite all of the major planets looking at Leo. So you can experience moments of recognition and achievement, but an excessive ego or pride will be a downside because the bigger planets are going to knock you down if you get too
Yeah.
ambitious. Okay.
Yeah.
So meditation, charity, honoring your ancestors, that all helps. You can enhance cultural and artistic endeavors, but it can also bring conflicts due to like emotions and ego clashes because the sun
Yeah.
is opposite Saturn and they're going like this, you know. So just balancing those individual achievements, which are wonderful, with collective harmony is essential for favorable outcomes. Like if you're going to create something or make something, really think about how it's going to improve the lives of others and it'll be supported.
Yes.
Think about how you're going to take that money and use it to support your community and to support your family, to support the people around you, and it will go very well. So basically, it's all about balancing those beautiful individual achievements with that collective harmony. Okay. So if you, under this new moon, if that's the attitude that you take on with a new project or something like that, and that's on the 24th, that is awesome. That's just a few things going on. There's a lot more
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
rest of the month. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
perfect. And you know what? This is really good for those of you that would that are interested in having your astrological chart drawn up and looked into, and so that you find out more about yourself and what what's the word I'm looking for? You can have a better idea of what has an effect on you. Get in touch with Michelle, right? Set something up so that she can look at your chart and just give you information on things that are sort of working for you, things that might be a bit of a challenge for you. And when you know that, you can make better decisions, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely do that. And her information is down in the bottom of the description. So as you're doing the like, share, and subscribe, make sure that you go over to her channel and do the same thing over there, right? Give her like, share, subscribe, because there are people out there who are desperately searching for the information that we are sharing, and the information that we are imparting. They just don't know where we are. So anytime that you do that, you help them find us. Yes. Ness. Yeah, Jinx. There you go. Okay. So we do have a couple questions, and we'll get to those. I did want to point out that there's a couple people who have said that they have been feeling very, very tired, and kind of feeling like that this has been a challenge kind of for them going forward. So I think that a lot of it is has to do with the planets and the energy that we're in. You're just, if you happen to have those planets in prominent parts of your chart, it just means that you will experience it more, I don't know, more emotionally, more profoundly, it will just have more of an effect on you than it might on somebody who doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And
sure.
Pogo, I've been crying for the last 2 days.
Oh, honey.
Yeah. Sending you lots of love.
Tons of love, sweetie.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll start. Just want to comment very, very quickly here.
Well, and Pogo you have a very similar chart to my husband, Jonathan. So big hugs to you, honey. Okay. You guys both have that Leo energy, and you're getting hammered by the big guys. So tons of love to you, honey.
Absolutely. And Heather says, I got positive info for a new apartment today. Wonderful. That is fantastic.
That's awesome news. I've been waiting for that, Heather. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. And Amanda Carrion. Hey, Amanda. Nice to see you here. Okay. So well done, Heather. And we're all going to keep sending out positive information to you.
Doing mantras for you, babe.
Absolutely. Okay, so Ness says, I'm feeling grief about a large, massive social betrayal that led to substantial loss. Welcome hits on what happened and how to process, besides forgive them, let it go, and move on. Totally.
I will say that for letting go and moving on is the standard procedure. I went through 5 of these this year, Ness. And so when someone shows you who they are, believe them and just back away slowly. That's been my 8 of Cups lesson for the year, but I haven't pulled cards yet. So just give me a second.
Yeah. Okay. And I am trialing out a new deck, excuse me, that I got, and we'll see how it works. It is called Beautiful Creatures Tarot.
Ooh,
and I really I resonated with it right away. So we'll see what that does. Yeah. And okay. So what happened is Okay. Yeah, if you get something, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So,
Yeah, I'm still.
Ness, the first card I got for you was Leo. You need to be a king in this situation. Take charge of your situation. Work on that self-esteem when it comes to this social betrayal. Be the emperor in the situation. Okay, just take control and be a leader. And whoever decides to follow you will follow you. And if they don't, then that was just the way it was meant to be, and they'll find that on their own. Okay, that's just been my experience throughout the years. You're going through a period of evolution. I got the evolve card from the creativity oracle. You see Saturn, the moon there. Saturn is opposite the sun and the moon, so there's a lot of tension there regarding the kings and the queens versus the collective. And so you're evolving, my friend. So it says creative ideas evolve out of the invisible, profound nothingness of pre-verbal, I can't even say it, pre-verbal consciousness. So you're getting messages from your guides on how to deal with this, is what this tells me. And you're evolving. They gave you this challenge so that you tap in and you get the answers. Okay. I didn't realize I had this inner voice until I went through some major traumas, and I had to go in because there was no place to go out for help. That's where you're going to find this stuff. And they're causing you to evolve through this. And this also tells me that you're evolving through this relationship with this person. Okay. They're only going to create obstacles in life. I got the obstacles card. Do not dwell on how you're going to surmount obstacles presently in your way. Don't overthink what you're going to say, what you're going to do. What if this person comes to me and says that? What if that person comes to me and says this? What if? Stop it. Just try to relax the mind and know that you're going through an evolution and you're leveling up. Okay. Because that's what I'm getting from this card. And he's literally he's stuck in his own garden. He's not, and he's looking behind him. He's not looking ahead. Stop looking behind you, look ahead, learn from it. Don't forget it, but move on. Okay. And I know you didn't want to hear that, but that is the main message. The reason I say that, this is the big card. I got the Emperor reversed. Stop giving your power away to other people, honey. Okay. The Emperor, he's on a battlefield where he was defeated. Okay. Here. All right.
Yeah.
So basically what they're saying is maintain your power when it comes to dealing with this person. What exactly are they saying? Okay. They're saying that this person is emotionally distant. They could be running away from intimacy and commitment from other people because they're not very mature. Okay. They're saying that your need for approval is blocking you a little bit there. Okay. Because you didn't get approval or affection from a parent or an authority figure in a life. So this is a deep wound that they're bringing to your attention, and that's what they're causing you to evolve. I had this too, and I deal with betrayal all the time, and I see that as a check-in. They're just saying, how you doing? Is the ego there? And is it balanced? Because you need to keep the mind of the collective, its center point, in addition to your own boundaries, your own rulership. Okay. You might have to sublimate your emotions here. Okay. This is warning you that if you focus your attention completely on this person, you're going to miss some opportunities that are waiting for you. Okay. Don't delude yourself. If you try to be too logical, you'll have difficulty expressing your feelings. Become aware of your deep desires and your emotions at this time, but do not reveal any secret plans, any feelings, or any weaknesses that you're going through right now. There might be some older people that are, very accomplished and have some skills in this field that you might want to talk to. Just in a general way, they're saying, don't bring up specifics and people and places and things like that. Just make it general and try to get some advice regarding the specifics of your situation and not the person, is what they're saying. Because if you draw attention or light to this person, they're going to try to knock your crown off again. Okay. Because that's what parasites or narcissistic people do, is, they're coming from a place of hurt. They're coming from a place of trauma. And instead of healing themselves, they blame everybody else in the world around them for their problems. And they attack the people trying to help them. It's like, going to the hospital and the patient starts attacking the doctor because they don't know what's going on. Okay. So that's the best advice I can give you is yes, you do need to walk away, but stop letting people knock the crown off your head. That's your crown. Okay, stand in your
Mhm.
power. You have the divine inside of you. Every human on earth does. That's the secret. We have the power to literally merge with God in these bodies. That's why the aliens and the other beings are a little jealous of us, because in these bodies we can level up according to Vedantic science. And so stand in your power and just continue to evolve. And that's the best advice that I think your guides can give you. And I hope that was helpful, honey.
Absolutely. And yeah, this was someone who really doesn't they are not their authentic self. They don't know how to be their authentic self.
Hmm.
They're they are sort of like an energy vampire where they're feeding off of other people. And your job, I think, is to yes, stand up for yourself. And one of the ways that you can do that, honestly, is maybe all you need to do is just stand tall. You don't have to you don't have to engage in conversations. You don't have to do anything. You just show up and you stand tall. And that energy is sometimes all that you need. Um, I get the Ace of Swords, and this is, you know, the truth. You know the truth of what happened. They know the truth of what happens. They're reacting emotionally. You want to react intelligently. You don't want to get yourself involved in this sort of back and forth. Yes, it's awful when people that rely on, or that we rely on, do things that we don't expect. But when they do, then we know who they are. We can recognize who they are, and we can decide at that point, do we engage or do we disengage? And we can say, no, I am, yeah, here I am. I'm on my throne. I choose not to get off my throne and walk down to engage with you. I'm just going to stay up here. And in this deck, there's a couple extra cards, and here's one of them. It says, "You're, you're the one. You're the one that's in charge of how you handle things, how you're going to do things. This is all about being authentic. This is you. You are the one. You are being true to yourself. You don't need to prove anything to other people around you that that you've been wrong. They can see it. They know it. They can feel it. So, very often they're kind of standing by waiting to see what you're going to do next. The fact that you do nothing sends out the message that, "Oh, that is so inconsequential in my life. I am moving on. I am so done with that." Okay. I also get the paranormal in this deck, which is the curiosity. This is kind of, and that's what you're doing, is you're examining um, how you're processing what's going on. Crying, that's a good thing, right? You can cry to let that out, to kind of, cleanse what on the inside. And yeah, you can certainly kind of let go of that. But you know who you are, and I agree with Michelle. You are connected. So let your guides tell you what to do next. When they say don't say a word, just listen to that. Go with that. I also get the Nine of Pentacles, and this is, you're not doing anything. All you need to do is stand in your power. That's where your reward is going to come from, is your ability to stand in your power and say, no, I choose not to engage. I also get the Queen of Pentacles, which is, your stuff, you know what you're doing, you got this under control. Just give yourself credit that um, that you know how to deal with this. You can rise above this. Okay. I also get the Three of Pentacles. So I've got, three pentacles in a row. This is not only about financial security. It's also, pentacles are also about health. So, you're set your healthy boundaries, know that you're taken care of. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone, right? You could just go with the flow. You're going to do just fine. And yeah, be grounded. You can, if you want to get mad, I think one of the things that sometimes, if I think that I can't really process the emotion or the betrayal, is I will allow myself, I will set a time limit, and I will say, okay, for the next 15 minutes, I am going to be as emotional or as angry as I want. I'm just going to let all of that come out. I'll set the timer, and then it's like, woo, let it all come out. When the timer goes off, it's okay, I'm done. Thank you. And that's when you can kind of put it aside, right? You can say, yeah, I've dealt with that. I'm done with it. I said what I needed to say, and boom. And then by setting a time limit on it, it's kind of you're visiting the part of you that says, oh, I'm going to get even. But you're not moving in, right? Mm-hmm. You're just visiting. You're spending a little bit of time. You're having coffee. And then when the coffee's done, you say, okay, gotta go. So yeah, I get that for you, Ness. Just, yeah, you're much more powerful than the people who are doing what they're doing. And just shake your head.
That's great. That's fantastic advice for earth and fire signs, to just give yourself that 15 minutes. I love that, Maria. That's great.
Oh,
if you have water, if you have a lot of water in your chart, just literally taking a day off and crying it all out helps.
Yeah.
If you're an air sign, I find that doing something to distract yourself, like an artistic project, or like a lot of like reading a book, something like that helps too. But yeah, Marina, that's fantastic advice. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Aw.
I'm going to share that with Jonathan because he's got a lot of fire in his chart.
There you go. So Ness, I hope that helps. Okay. Now, Rhonda Forrest says, I've been trying to astral travel and connecting to source. Do you see me coming into my power? Well, let's see. Yeah, you're welcome, Ness. Okay. Ron. Astral. Okay. What I'm getting, even without pulling cards, Ron, is you're focused on how you're going to control the astral travel and where you're going to go, rather than just allowing yourself to have the experience. Right? You're expecting a lot of yourself, and you're there shouldn't be any real preconditions, right? Make sure that you strength fell out. Okay. Make sure that you protect yourself before you attempt to do any astral travel, so that you know where you're going, sort of, and how you're going to come back, and know that that's something that you can control. And then you can just enjoy the experience, enjoy the ritual that comes with getting to that point. And let it take you wherever it needs to take you. If it means going back, and looking at things that are unpleasant. Allow yourself the ability to look at, so then you can make decisions about that. So aside from, you have got the strength to do this. I also get the 10 of Swords. Do not self-sabotage yourself by expecting a particular outcome, right? Be open to whatever is coming in. And I also get the 3 of Wands, which is what you're putting out is going to come back to you. So make sure that what you're putting out is good, loving energy, love for yourself, love for whatever lesson might come through, even if it is even if it is something that is unpleasant. It won't be unpleasant once you look at it. So you're kind of subconsciously making a decision before you even begin the process of how it is that you're going to do this and what it is that you want. So consciously decide that this is going to be a worthwhile experience. It's going to be good for you. And then I get the Ace of Swords again. This is accept the truth as the truth comes in. And even if the truth feels uncomfortable to you, just know that it is being revealed to you for your highest good. And we all like to believe that when we look at ourselves, that we are, even on the inside, we're all very good people. We're, none of us have ever said or intentionally hurt anyone and all that kind of stuff. When the truth of it is that there are times when we're not very nice. There are times when there is nothing heart-centered about me. Believe me, my Karen has come out, and it happens, right? So just know that you can know that about yourself, and you can accept that about yourself and say, okay, well, next time I'm going to try to do better. But yeah, that's who I am. And yeah, he said, trying to focus on seeing my parents and wife. If they come in, I'll let them come in. If they don't come in, it's okay. The exercise wasn't a failure. So you will ultimately succeed. Yeah. Yeah. Your what came out, Marina? Oh, Karen. My inner Karen. When it's, I want to see where's your manager?
Don't just don't cut that beautiful hair. Look
No.
crazy.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Karen Doyle. I did say Karen. I'm sorry. I wasn't talking about you.
No, we're talking about the idiom. Yeah. Not you, honey.
Yes. Yeah. Because, yeah. No. I love you. So there. Okay. All right. That's what I got for you, Ron. What'd you get?
Okay, Ron. I got very similar cards, Marina. You can't make this up. They can't make this stuff up. So I tapped into the blocks because I have no problem telling people what their blocks are. I'm dealing with mine all the time. Okay. No judgment, only love. All right. So I got the possessiveness card. Okay. Loss is possible even now if you hold on to what you have. So you or someone in your environment is overly possessive. They're trying to recapture what's gone, when letting go is the better course of action. Okay. Only relationships that foster spiritual growth and reflect true values should be retained and protected in your life right now. Okay, Ron. If you have that, fight for it. Don't let people treat you like objects and vice versa. No one belongs to anyone else, even if they love each other very much. Okay. Like I love my husband to death, but he's his own person. Okay. He can do his own thing. And the same thing goes with me. Okay. So physical possessions, they can't satisfy longing for true love. They're saying save for a rainy day, but don't hoard. And know that people who are cheap with their resources are also really stingy with their love too. Okay. So just keep that in mind as you go into this new relationship chapter of your life, because that is a major block. And I'm getting that it's kind of followed you around for a little bit. Okay. Because the second card I got was the reevaluation card. Another 4. I got the 4 of shells. Okay. This is a big maybe card. Okay. It's time to reevaluate the relationships in your life. Okay. To come into your power. So old feelings are no longer valued. They're not valued because they're not valid anymore. Okay. A fresh start is going to be needed in order to make things work. If you're bored or dissatisfied with the status quo, avoid distractions, examine your heart, and just try to gain clarity that way. I feel that you are in tune with your emotions. So what you do feel is important now. If you're feeling shy, tired, or bogged down, you need to take some time for introspection and break out of those old unproductive patterns. Forgiving each other and setting those new goals will soothe some of those harsh, stress-producing communications that I'm seeing going on. Okay, that's the main thing. But they're saying that you're headed for a period of change. I got the change card from the Creativity Oracle. So for a change, do something you usually do a certain way in a different way. Okay, and see how the bird is catching a star there. So you're going to have to spread those wings and expand your viewpoint and get that like overhead perspective of your situation before you can catch that star. You need to include your feelings and the feelings of all people involved and see it almost like a from a bird's eye perspective on how to analyze the situation. You have to take your own emotions out of it too, because they are saying that you're an incredibly emotional person. Okay. This is what I got for you to carry into your situation. Okay. For coming into your power. I am a dreamer. So they're already connecting with you in dreams. Okay. When it comes to astral travel. And it says, when we awaken to our ability to create our own reality, all our dreams are possible. I breathe in the manifestation of my hopes and wishes. I am filled with the knowledge that my dreams can come true. I breathe out doubt and despair. The doubt and despair is caused from those relationship blocks that I found. We're not able to step into spirit unless we're calm and we're centered. I view astral travel and channeling as being in a merry-go-round. If you've ever played on a merry-go-round when you were a little kid, if you're on the outside, like me, because it's fun, you're like holding onto the bars and going, yeah! And that's fun when you're little. But when you get older, you're like, oh, this is tiring. You want to go toward the center of the merry-go-round and you're just going like this. Whoop, whoop,
Yeah.
whoop, whoop. And meanwhile, the people on the outside are going, okay. They want you to step from the outside and center yourself and sit on the inside of the merry-go-round so that you're much more centered. You're coming from a calm place and you're able to prepare for what's coming emotionally. When you're able to do that, you're able to better astral travel. The first time I tried to astral travel, I ran into so much crud. I almost threw up afterwards. I was just all over the place. I didn't know what I was doing. And, so I recommend that you just practice it a little more, but you need to come from a calm center place and you got to remove some of those blocks with the family because they're going to creep into your ability spiritually. I hope that was helpful, honey. And I'm sending it. Oh, I've been trying to work hard on myself, but it's not easy. I'm better at helping others than myself. Okay, empath. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to include yourself in that bird's eye view. You are a participant in the play too. Okay, imagine if you went to a school play and your child was on stage and everyone laughed at him or her or discredited them or wrote a bad review about them or just said, whatever about them. You'd feel upset because that person is someone that you love. Give yourself the same accolades, throw that little boy some roses. Okay. That's what's going to help you a little bit. Okay, sweetie.
Yeah. Because you are an other too. Just remember, you are an other too.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope that resonates. I hope that resonates for you, Ron. Okay, and Rishi, can I have a career reading, please, and thank you.
Well, I thought Rishi was next, so I already got cards for him. So,
yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay, Rishi.
Go ahead. And I think Ron said I subscribe to you, by the way. Huge.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Excellent.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much,
Well
Ron.
done.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So the first card I got for you, Mr. Rishi, is I got the King of Swords reversed. Okay. What this tells me is that Ooh, you need to put the daydreams down and see your situation a little more realistically, okay? Educational and philosophical knowledge are important, but the daydreams are, how do I say this? They're being undervalued and blown up at the same time, is what they're showing me. That's really weird. They're saying that you can be overly assertive or controlling out of habit. I don't know who you got this from, but that's in there,
Yeah.
and it'll be noticed in the workplace, okay? Relationships may be used to keep up appearances. You may have gone through a recent okay, there's been a recent either a heartbreak or a failed business venture that's getting in the way of this too, okay? They're not showing me exactly what it is because I'm not gonna say it out loud. It's just that that's up to you, all right?
Right.
Um, this card indicates a struggle with an important decision that you can't really resolve, and this does have to do with your career. Um, don't be overcritical, okay? Try not to be arrogant and thinking of what you deserve, okay? And don't live too much in your head or neglect your health or your physical needs. That's the main thing I got from the career card right now. So this could be just a blocked area in your chart, okay, Rishi? It's just not the right timing. Because then I got the Four of Wings reversed. Now, this is a maybe card, okay? If you're looking for a new career, anxiety caused by isolation and loneliness will prevent you from putting yourself in places or situations where you can meet people and make those connections, okay? Networking. So problems in your existing career are the result of you avoiding to make a commitment because you're afraid of the pain of maybe some past uh, interaction that you had that they're showing me. Um, it's causing you to not make real or necessary changes, and your energy is being drained by these upsets that they're showing me. You've been through some upsets, okay? You're reluctant to withdraw your attention from this unpleasant situation, and you have to retreat from this very limiting kind of temporary circumstance. Okay. This is the way that you can do it. I went to my creativity oracle and I pulled sacred space and use beautiful art, music, and creativity of all kinds for your sacred space. So I think this is what's going to balance out the daydreaming with the more concrete career outlook and aspects for you. So what I do for my sacred space is I have all of my various, deities. I buy flowers for them every week. I've got the various yantras that I draw. I'm actually creating my own cards to go with my mantras and my yantras that I'm like my yeah. Just make it yours. Make it really yours. Make it personal. And when you sit in that really quiet meditative space after doing your prayers or your mantras, you are really going to connect to your guides and the divine. I mean, your name's Rishi. I hope you know what that name means because it's the ancient rishis are who brought us Jyotish, Vedic astrology, and Vedanta. So your name literally means that you're a sage in India. So I think that's important in this case. So creating a sacred space where you connect with the divine energies, I think is going to be very, very important for you. The second card I got is that will help you with your preparation for the job. Luck comes most often to the person and the place where preparation, opportunity, and skill meet. Your guides are going to help you with that, but you need to set up a sacred space, get everything out, make it yours, and devote every single morning and evening to some type of spiritual practice because your guides have been waiting for you. Your name is Rishi, okay? That is not a coincidence. That's what they're saying. You are a sage. You need to, one of them is saying, act like one. It's like, okay, buddy. Like, so they're really wanting you to create this space and step into them because they're going to help you get out of your own way and prepare for an amazing career. Okay. The number 12 is on that card. They're saying, what did you want to do at that age? Think about that. Okay. I hope that was helpful, honey.
Nice. Yeah, my cards echo Michelle's cards. I start off with the Nine of Swords. This is whatever situation that you're finding yourself in right now in terms of career. It is a situation of your own making, and it's not like you set out to be unemployed, or you set out to do a particular thing. You're you just didn't pay attention to some of the signals and signs along the way that got you into that situation. Okay. I then get the 7 of Swords. And with this, I thought, okay, I get what that is you're a little bit of knowledge is it can be a very dangerous thing. So just because you might know a little bit about something um, doesn't mean that you could approach all situations by saying, oh yeah, I've handled this before. You can bring in some of that learning, but don't put yourself into a position where others are going to judge you and kind of be a little unsympathetic to what it is because you're being overly confident in some areas. Okay. I then get the Wheel. Things are changing. Things are going to change. And the thing is, in order for things to change, you have to commit to doing the work. It's not enough just to say, oh, I want to change this part of my life, or I no longer want to do this. I've thought about it. You need to ask yourself some really, really difficult questions. How did I get here? What is it about my history that makes me have this belief? What is it? Why do I have this belief? Why do I still carry that belief? If I know that it's wrong, why do I still go along with it? Because sometimes what happens is we recognize that things are not working well, but it's a matter of being comfortable in that not doing well. It's a matter of being comfortable with sort of being the victim, because then you can say, well, see, it's not my fault. People are always doing this to me. And then, you get people who will say, oh, gee, I'm really sorry. And here, let me help you. But it's not, you haven't done the work yourself. You haven't recognized what it is that you need to do. And when you do that work, you can rise above a lot of that. I also get the 9 of Cups, right? Which is you're going to, if you commit to doing the work, you are going to be able to reap the rewards. You are going to be able to have what you want. You just really need to honestly commit to the work and do the work and recognize it's going to take more than just a day or a weekend. It's an ongoing thing. You are strong enough that you can do this. You can look at your shadow side and deal with some of the things that are uncomfortable for you to deal with, and that's what's going to propel you forward. And then my last card here is the 8 of Pentacles. The kind of the looking back. It's going to be worth it when you're all done, and you can kind of look back and say, okay, now I get it. Now I understand. And it will be worth it. Whatever energy you put into that right now, it will be worth it in the end. So I hope that resonates with you. Alrighty. And Samantha, yeah, I'm feeling like I'm stuck in mud and using all my energy to pull myself out. Yes, I totally get that. And yeah, she also says, yeah, I would appreciate a message from Spirit for guidance and hope. Yeah.
Well, I know Libras right now are getting especially hit, Samantha, with Ketu, which is the south. Well, yeah, the south node in the Western. So if you have any planets in your Western Libra, you're getting hit by the south node, which is a bunch of past life stuff. And that can make us feel like that too. So I did already pull some cards for you.
Nice.
The first card I got was Secrets. Okay, this is from the Creativity Oracle. And it literally says, and I saw a hawk today. I was wondering who this was for. I saw a red-tailed hawk fly into a tree with a squirrel today. And so conceal plans and actions from those not ready to accept you as you are. Focus on you and do not allow others to undermine what you're trying to do. The second card I got was you need to recharge. And I think it's important for you to take a walk near a waterway. When I saw this card, I saw the swans, and water can give you those beautiful ions and help calm your energy a little bit. But it says, when the pace of life becomes too hectic, know to slow down and be mindful and go with the flow. I mentioned the merry-go-round earlier. Stay in the center of the merry-go-round, get out of the outside of it, because you're just going to be like, I mean, it's really fun when you're a kid.
Yes.
Or when you got a lot of energy and you're playing with other kids, it's so much fun. But when you need to like make important decisions, it's not a good time to do that. Okay. So that's kind of the thing I got is
Yeah.
you need to recharge. When we come from a calm and a centered place, we make much better decisions. When we make them impulsivity, it's the cousin of regret. Okay.
Yes.
So the reason I say that is I got the possessiveness card again, but it was upright for you. So you need to hold on to what you have right now. You're better off just staying in meditation, focusing on you, than throwing away your energy to other people right now. Okay. If you're in relationships with people, it's natural to experience, feelings, jealousy and hurt and all that other kind of stuff. But in your case, you need to just take care of your home and your family. Okay, that's the main thing they're bringing forward. They're saying it's time to think like a successful executive in your life. And that's after you do that recharge, because you have to come from that very calm, very centered, very balanced place. Build a very strong foundation from there. And if you can serve that, energy, you can build an amazing foundation for your future. Okay. Once you build that foundation, you can take responsibility. You can keep your eye on the prize and your affairs will be in order. But you need to manage your possessions, guard them carefully. And that's the main thing that I see going on there. Now, this is Eight of Wings. This is the same as Eight of Swords. So you are being asked to make a decision right now. Okay. Again, come from that place of calm. Gather as much information as you can decide to make a decision, but don't decide yet. In this case, a lack of decision or even of clarity will benefit you. I know it sounds a little strange, but they say if you relax and if you can contemplate the entire picture, that will bring you a satisfaction to your resolution. So ridding yourself of these outmoded beliefs that I see in there about a particular person in times of doubt and confusion, that's going to allow you to, okay. So they're saying don't act immediately, but be alert. Okay. So in times of doubt and confusion, be alert, don't act immediately. And pay attention to those gut instincts, because they are telling you the truth. They're saying look for answers from your higher mind, but come from the center of the merry-go-round, and no one else should decide for you. And they yelled that. So that tells me that the other person, their voice is in there and they're not paying rent. So you might want to do some work there. We all have those. And then this is what you can do physically. I went through 3 self-care oracles before I found this one, and it just went, hello, me. Okay.
Yeah.
Nutrition. Okay. I love eating what is good for me. Healthful foods are delicious. Unhealthful foods and additives deaden our taste buds. So you may have to get used to what you should have been eating all along. Eat well and your body will work to heal itself. What we eat can really determine how our day is going to go. Okay.
Mhm.
Part of my practice is diet. I obviously, it's diet, it's lifestyle, it's a bunch of other things. It's restraining our senses and our impulses so that we take in foods that are healthful for our minds, our bodies, and our soul. And that's going to help you in meditation. Foods that block meditation: heavy red meats, onions, garlic, hard liquor. Definitely stay away from those things. If you're looking to meditate, if you're looking to really step into those things. Oh, mushrooms as well can do that. So those are they're considered tamasic, or foods that keep us out of a clearer mind. If you're feeling anxious, stay away from things like eggs, fish, wine, things like that, because they can make the mind more agitated. The best thing that you can have is like, cereals, and dairy is actually considered sattvic. Small amounts of sweets, almonds and nuts, fruits, like the vegetables that are that don't cause you any colon issues or anything like that. Those are all considered sattvic foodstuffs. I got a whole list of them, but it's basically like, your grains, your vegetables, your fruits, those things that just ground you and bring you down to earth because they grew from the earth. The things that grow below the ground that are a little more pungent can cause our minds to deaden a little bit, and the ones that come from animals and are more rajasic can make our minds more anxious. So they're asking you to maybe, I would look up Ayurveda for entertainment purposes only. You can look up what your specific Ayurvedic dosha is. I teach a class on this in one of the international conferences, and it just goes into how if you change your diet, you can change your life. And the reason I got into this is because my mother had most of her colon taken out, and my sister and I have the same condition she does. And so if I did not change my diet, I wouldn't be here. So I think that's the one way that they're trying to help you with the more anxiety ridden things going on. So hope that was helpful, honey.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, what I got for you, Samantha, was that there's an awful lot of emotion going on around you right now. I pulled 5 cards and 4 of them are cups. So I start off with the 5 of swords. It's almost like you're feeling put upon. You're there to help, you're there to assist, you're doing what you can, but it almost feels like it's a little too much of a burden. It's like you're being taken advantage of, like someone isn't doing their part of the heavy lifting, and that's what's having an effect on you. And so you're kind of going through the, well, I shouldn't feel that way, because this is this is a family member, this is a dear friend, I know that they would do it for me. And so you're going through a lot of that self-doubt, when really it's okay to feel like you have been put upon, because you have. I get the Page of Cups, and this is all about being inventive, looking at new ways to do things. And also I'm feeling that with the other person, that they are capable of doing a lot more than they're letting on that they're able to do. And that's part of the reason I think maybe you're picking up that they're kind of slowing themselves down unnecessarily. I also get the 8 of Cups. And this is like a journey for you. It's a journey to get you to kind of realize your worth and where your boundaries are. Because I also get the Knight of Cups. Okay, and this is about empathy. So you're not only feeling the feelings of everyone around you, but you're feeling them almost at the expense of your own feelings. So don't forget that you are part of the other, you are part of them, they, and you deserve as much attention and value in your own life as what you give to others. And then I end with the Queen of Cups. And this is, following your intuition, learning how to tell the difference between what is coming in from spirit and what is coming in from ego or from outside sources. But this is very much like feeling like you have been you've been given more than what you're sometimes capable of giving. And it's okay to say no. It's okay to, you don't have to be there for everyone all the time. So that's kind of what I'm getting. So I think that ultimately, when you stand up for yourself and when you say, okay, yeah, I'm not carrying everyone's luggage. Everybody, get behind me, pick up your stuff, pick up your duffel bags and whatnot, and out you go. You're capable of doing that on your own. It's going to feel a lot lighter, and I think you're going to get a lot further. So that's what I'm getting for you, Samantha. I hope that resonates. Okay. All righty. We are at 1 hour, 4 minutes, and I hope that we are going to get to I hope that we're going to get to the rest of the questions. I will kind of jump Sharon's site forward, only because she does so much for everyone else that, she's, get a reading. She very, very rarely says, hey, can I get a reading, while she's busy doing everything to get information out on our channels and so on and so forth. So, absolutely appreciate everything that you do, Sharon. So we'll definitely pull some cards for you. Okay. All righty. If you got something, go for it.
I pulled for someone else, and so I'm doing her now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just went to the next person, so just give me a second.
Yeah, because there you go. I normally don't jump, but every once in a while, if I'm not paying attention, I hit the wrong thing, and then I go, well, yeah, you go with it. But yeah, in this case, yeah. Oh. Okay. I think someone is, Sharon, someone is really trying to what's the word that I want to look for? They're kind of pushing you beyond what you're comfortable. It's like they're wanting you to make decisions that you're not really ready for, and something that you don't really want to do. So you're kind of stuck in that, trying to make a decision that you really honestly don't want to make. Okay, so I get the Two of Pentacles, and this can also be it can also be health related, but it feels like there's a decision about going forward with a project that you're kind of thinking, you know what, I know they made it sound like this was just, an hour a week or whatnot, but you have a feeling that it's a little more than that. So yeah, go with that feeling. Okay. I also get the Three of Wands, and that is what you're waiting for the return, sort of, on your investment to come in, and you're being asked to be patient. Okay, so whoever is kind of pushing you to make a decision, you can take your time. There is no time limit on this. Okay. I also get the Four of Pentacles with this as well, which is hang on to what you got. Okay. There's if you don't take immediate action, nothing bad is going to happen, except that you're kind of being the situation that you're dealing with is making you feel like you're being judged, like someone is saying, oh, come on, if it was anybody else, they would have already decided. Well, fine, then let someone else make that decision. But don't it almost feels like you're being bullied into doing something, even if it's just psychological bullying. Just say no, 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 um, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Um, you need to kind of get out of this with the this is the Eight of Swords, with kind of feeling like you're being put in a situation where the feeling is you have no choice, and you have a lot of choice. So you can say, yeah, I'm not going to be doing this. And at the bottom of the deck is I have strength. You have the strength to do this. Don't let anyone talk you into something. Yeah, that's what I got.
You're an independent woman, honey. That's basically what my whole spread said, and you need to do this for yourself. The first card I got was Temperance. This is all about balance. If you look closely at the card, she's literally collecting seeds from various plants in her garden. Upside down, which is what this came up for you, is the seeds are spilling. So you have people in your life that are telling you, go out and collect seeds, go out and collect seeds, go do this, go do that. And you're spilling them and they're getting upset because it's not your job to do that. It's theirs. Okay. The reason I say that is I got the Seven of Shells reversed. There's a little bit of an illusion going on in your life. Okay. Going out and spending time with these people is going to cause you a lot of problems. There's some illusion, there's confusion, there's distraction. It's hard to focus your energies right now. Avoid any types of intoxication or forms of escapism from yourself or others, because there's a major illusory effect going on in your life. A suspected deception will be confirmed. I have this going on in my family, and it's like we can all see what's going on, and the person that's embroiled in it can't. Okay. So you got to take those blinders off. Okay, honey. Wishful thinking will lead to an unrealistic pursuit or an infatuation, and that doesn't serve anybody. So distinguish creative inspiration from your pipe dreams. Okay. Idealism often leads to disillusionment and abuse. And that's kind of what Marina was picking up on with the people in your environment. So this tells me that postpone your decisions until you're sure of what is best to do, and be realistic. Just avoid living in that fantasy world. And a lot of us are doing this because, Rahu, who's the North Node, is in sidereal Pisces right now. And so a lot of empaths are being affected in the dream world, etc. This is the card I got for you. I got the Queen of Roses. This is the same as the Queen of Wands. You're really skilled at attracting people, at managing this amazing energy around you. You're magnetic, you're creative, you know everyone and their secrets, and you know how to use this information to make positive things happen, unlike the kind of things that I see going on around you. You are popular, you are fiercely independent. You can have a very active social life. You're willful, you like excitement, you like attention. You like to meet new people and get involved in groups. That's a beautiful thing to have. You pull people along with you. Like Marina said, you're so helpful in all of our chats. You're always sharing our stuff. You're always contributing. You're always supporting. That's because you yourself are a positive, self-assured person, but the people around you don't necessarily make you feel that way. So behave like royalty, my dear, for you are a queen. You are the Queen of Roses. Okay. Use your connections to get things done. Woman your court. All right. Be more outgoing. Parties and gatherings can benefit you at this time. Heat up your romantic life. Become more outgoing. Don't worry about what other people think. You're a queen. Okay. But also know that actually, no, you don't have to worry about that because you don't have the ego problems that other people have. They just said, no, she doesn't have to worry about that. I'm like, okay, I won't tell her that. Usually I tell people, watch the ego. And they're like, she's good. Okay. So the reason that you're not really feeling like you're you right now, because you are a queen, my dear, is because you have a Seven of Roses reverse. It's the same as the Seven of Pentacles reverse situation. You start standing up for yourself, honey. Summon all of your courage to move forward and set those boundaries. You might have to fight with a relationship, with a dream, with a person that is just not working out. Okay. Fears about commitment are your main adversary right now. Feeling overwhelmed. Okay. They're saying don't retreat. Deal with the abandonment. Deal with the hurt. Be willing to go alone if you must. Okay, there's also saying that defensive behavior with the person in this dynamic will cause more confusion, and if hot tempers flare, you may not have the confidence to straighten things out quickly enough. So you haven't really reached that Queen of Roses yet, is what they're telling me. You got to step into that before you approach the situation. Because if you assert yourself too much now, your actions will lead to an embarrassing situation because you're not ready to stand in your power. Step into your power. How to do that, I asked. So I went to my intuition oracle and I got the independent woman. See those beautiful wings? She sprouted them herself and she's alone. There's no one next to her, honey. I am aware of my inner dialogue and I direct it by positive imagery. This is the independent woman. Okay. Those voices in your head, they're not telling you the truth and they're not paying rent. Kick them out. You're the queen. You're in charge of your court. Take command. Other people are ordering you around and that's not healthy. Okay. I hope that was helpful. So,
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, Sharon, for everything that you do, because
yes,
you do an awful, awful lot.
we
Okay.
appreciate you, honey.
Yes. So we have got 3 questions, and hopefully we'll get to those. And Jessica Lynn, are you still here with us? Yeah, just let me know if you're here with us. Then we'll certainly do the reading. If the 3 that I have left, if you're not here, then we'll do. Oh, she's here. Excellent. Okay. All right. Jessica Lynn says, may I have a message from Spirit regarding my career?
I knew it was
Absolutely.
hers because I pulled the 10th house.
Ah,
And that's career. I was like, okay. So Jessica, I already pulled cards. I knew it was going to be you. I was just like, please be
yeah.
her because I'm going to have to throw this away. Okay. I got the sun and I got the 10th house. You are going to shine in this area. So this is like your guides are completely supporting it. Like if I put the 2 together, it literally says the creation of your destiny. Okay. So you are fully supported with this. I'm really excited about it. But there are some warnings that come along the way. 1, I got the secrets card again with the hawk. I got a hawk today. I was wondering what that was all about. I've only seen this hawk a couple of times. And so conceal plans and actions for those not ready to accept you as you are. And you might want to look up hawk as a totem animal for you. Okay. When it comes to
Yeah.
career stuff. So keep your stuff to yourself because stuff will be shared. You need to explore a little more. Okay. Trust your imagination to help you journey through your inner landscape to find what you seek. Before I take on a job, I write down how I would like my day to go because the job really does determine your day. What time do you want to get up in the morning? What time do you want to go to sleep? How much time do you want to spend doing this or doing that? Really get a feel for the office and the dynamics in it. When I go in for an interview, I walk around the office. I ask for a tour. I connect with a few people. I find out what their energy is like. If I find a creeper in the office, no matter how good the money is, I know that guy is going to be creeping up behind me and grabbing something within day 2. So that's when you really got to, that's why I do. You got to go around the office and feel things out. Or if you
Yeah.
meet like who's going to be responsible for doing my HR consults. Okay, where are they at? You want to get to know everybody to make sure that you don't step into a contractual agreement that you're stuck in because those are never fun. Okay. The reason I mentioned a few, much love and love hugs to you, Sharon. Thank you so much.
Yes.
The reason I say that is I got the the main energy. Oh, sorry, 1 second. I said something. The main energy I got was swords energy regarding your career. So it's basically you have the right idea. This is a big maybe card, but you're blindly following one right now. They're saying there's someone that will cause trouble if new information is not allowed for you to make an informed decision. That's why I got the secret card. Okay, they're starting to put this stuff together for me. Information or intellect used as a weapon to force things to go a certain way will backfire. Interesting. Lies, adversity, ignorance will undermine genuine communication in the workplace. Asking too much of people will guarantee discontents. This could be what's going on. or what happened in your past. Yeah, there's a lot of this energy. This is just the overall. They're saying cutting off a spiritual practice or person will cause anxiety, fearing that. Okay, fearing anything in the job can be a self-fulfilling prophecy. This tells me you're a manifester. Okay, and if you're unsure about speaking their mind, they're telling you to keep silent. That's interesting. So those are some warnings that they have you when you step into a new job. Okay. So stand in your spiritual practice. Don't cut it off because of anxiety, because you feel too tired before going to bed, before you feel too tired for getting up. That's what's keeping you grounded. Really keep your cards close to your chest. There's a lot of communicative stuff going on, and know that, what source is trying to do is teach you something through this experience. They're trying to bring something out of this for you. Okay. I do see some good things coming for you, but you do need to be aware, not to cut certain things out of your life when you do take on a new position, because if you step into and you maintain your spiritual practice throughout that. I got the Inventor card. This is a very Aquarian card. So if you have any planets in Pisces and Western, this would be sidereal Aquarius for most. This is a good time to amplify your focus and to clear and purify space in your world and in your mind to make way for something new. So they're basically, what I think I got all of those negative cards for is they're wiping away all of the things that were in your way with that Ace of Wings, that Ace of Swords, and saying, stay away from these people, from these situations, from these things, and make sure that they don't enter you. Because when we get into those environments with those people, we call that satsang in Vedic astrology. It's SATSANG. And basically what that means is that's company. And it's so important, the company that you keep, because you can take on some of the attributes of those people, either subconsciously or even consciously, and you don't want to carry those out into the world. So it's really important for you to maintain that privacy. I'm glad that you're private, because that is there, right? And you are an inventor. That's what keeps you in line with that. And this is 21. That's the same number as the world. So you're able to see you're able to see things from another worldly perspective. So something that's outside of other people, and they don't necessarily maybe understand that. So just continue to explore and keep your secrets, okay? And you'll be safe. And you have Pisces North Node. Okay, so in sidereal, that would be Aquarian. So that would make you an inventor. One of the people that I know who has a North Node Moon Jupiter conjunction there helped invent the internet. Okay, so you have an incredible thing there with your North Node. So
Yep.
I hope that was helpful, honey.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So what I'm picking up in terms of the job and the one big thing that came through is the Nine of Wands. This is about having the stamina to continue, to be able to kind of go along with it. But at the same time, if you notice here, she's holding up a cloth with Jesus on it, right? And the first thing that I thought of when I saw that is, yeah, you're working with someone who has that martyr complex, that I put in so many hours. They don't appreciate me here. They have no idea what I do for them. I'm constantly giving, and no one ever, gives back and whatnot. If you feel like you want to be helpful to this person, don't. Just, oh, I am so sorry to hear that. I hope things get better for you. And that's it. Don't let yourself get sucked into doing things for them, because this is a never ending cycle. Okay. Yeah. I also got the Queen of Cups. Use your intuition. I think you might have a good idea of who that is, because they're not outwardly like if you just walked into an office, you couldn't pick them out right away. But if you spent more than 10 minutes there, you'd know who they were. So also, yeah, this is the Seven of Swords. this has got to do with treachery. This has got to do with someone who's doing something that they shouldn't be doing at work, and they're just hoping that no one picks up on it, no one sees it. I think you have a feeling. You may not be able to put your finger on exactly what's going on. You just know that something is off. So pay attention to that feeling. And yeah, practice honing in on what is going on around you, and what it is, the energy that you're getting from other people. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is the Fool, if you're not ready to walk away from this position or career and say, there's other things that I could be putting my energy towards. And if you do, if that is the choice that you make, you will be successful at it, because that's what the Fool does. Goes out there, doesn't the Fool has ultimate belief that, if I just stand on the edge of this building and just let myself go backwards, someone is going to catch me. And they're right. They're right. Spirit will always come by. So, but yeah, I think just stay away from that energy that at work, that, yeah, the one who does everything for everybody else and no one ever sees. If just, that card kind of reminded me of, and it's a stereotype, but yeah, the old Jewish mother. No, I'll be fine. You go ahead. You're young. You need to go party. I'll be okay. God forbid I should die while you're gone, but I'll be okay. You go. You have fun. It's that kind of energy. So, yeah, let that go. Okay, I hope that was helpful to you, Jessica. And Patricia says, will I find and sign a lease for an apartment that is not the one I'm in now, that is for my highest good as well as the owner management in 2024?
Well, my cards exploded for Patricia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Miss Patricia, the main thing I got was the moon reversed. So you need to wait for some clarity to come. Okay, you may be fantasizing a little too much about this new apartment, thinking it's the one before you even had a chance to appraise it. So you might have blinded yourself to the warning signs here, is what they're saying, that it's really not meant to be. You may feel overwhelmed by this particular decision. They're showing me a lot of moodiness going on about this. This is a very emotional decision. That's what they're showing me. I'm going through all of the emotions that you're going through about this apartment. Ooh, it's a lot. Okay, so
You're welcome, Jessica.
The thing they're saying is that things must shift and change before they get better. So this brings illusion and unveiled intentions, but it also brings truth that only the strongest can bear, and finding your true apartment will not solve your other problems. Wow. I know that's really hard to hear, sweetie, but they're saying that you've really over idealized this place to the point where you think that it's going to solve things that are outside of it a little bit, is what they're showing me. Okay. We've all done that. We've all stepped into things that made us really excited, and we really want to step into this, but they're saying not to put too much into this, because it's a little unrealistic as far as what you're putting into how happy this would make you in the end. Okay. What I got after that was that's the fear reverse card. I got the understanding card. I got strength. Okay. This is the lady and the tiger. This is what they're asking you to step into. This is a very Durga energy. When you embody strength, you have it all. You can see the infinity sign is hovering over the woman's head. You got strength too. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's a double strength card. It's silhouetted against that emotional moon card here that I pulled out. Okay. So, and the moon it's hidden by this hard man-made column in a tough mist, and it's kind of surrounded by a tree. And that symbolizes that your situation is blessed by infinite wisdom, and you'll have the strength and the positive energy to establish a wonderful apartment for yourself soon. But the key to finding that is you have to work on yourself and develop true strength spiritually, and then you'll attract the right apartment. Apartments are just like people. We're all in these bodies. Guess what? All of this is in Vedantic philosophy, we believe that everything is clothed in the divine clothing of God. Everything, this is all God's imagination. We're living in his dream. So basically they're saying that if you work on yourself, you'll attract the best apartment for you. You have to balance that aspects of you. There are some that are human, some that are animals, some that are divine. It may seem impossible, but a brave heart will get you into balance and help you be in a better living environment. So be able to go through the ups and downs. That'll help you appreciate this new place better. If you're willing to accept another's wounds and weaknesses, you can create a stronger relationship with yourself and your environment. This needs to be built on fidelity and assurance. Use compassion and understanding to really express yourself. Don't use force, anger, or brute strength to try to find your apartment. I'm not really getting that energy from you, but it's just an important thing to keep in mind, because you really have to stand strong as you go through this. The reason I say this is I got the 8 of Gems. Okay, this is the same as the 8 of Pentacles. So you can be successful, but some work needs to be done. You can master this art, but you need to make some very practical efforts to contribute toward making this happen. You know how to make others feel special, and how to create an environment of how do I say this? The hostess with the mostess is what they're giving me.
Mhm.
So they're saying work steadily towards your vision, and it will bring very deep satisfaction. But if you work on those things that I talked about, the apartment will come about as a result of your creative interests. Okay. So if you take your approach to this from from the perspective of a skilled craftsperson, and don't think about the results or the rewards, because that's the perfectionistic piece. If you study your subject, learn as you work, and attend to those details with love and skill, that's really, really looking at the place, not just looking at the outside and going, it's pretty, I love the location, really looking at it. That avoiding perfectionism, that's going to help you find it. Okay. Perfectionism for you may not be practicality, is the main thing they're saying. Maybe bring a Capricorn with you. They're very practical. Like, you might think, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. And then your Capricorn kind of goes into the bathroom, pops a vent out of the ceiling and goes, mold. So that's just bring an Artha guy, bring a practical person with you, because
Yes.
your idea might not be the reality. Like I married one, and he points stuff out like that all the time. I'm like, whoa, okay. So this is what your guides want you to carry with you into the week. I am in a sacred space. Any space is sacred if you choose to make it so. I breathe in awareness of the sacred nature of the space I am in now. I am filled with the power to bless and be blessed by where I am now. I breathe out all fear that I am not in the right place. And this is out of hundreds of cards. So this one came out for you. So you're right where you need to be. Come from a place of centered calm, and you will find the new place, but you do need to work on yourself a little bit in these areas. This is what you're coming into. I got Goddess of Healing for you, Patricia. This is beautiful. Use this gift. I am free of pain and suffering. Use this gift to remember who you really are, Patricia. Breathe slowly and deeply as you remember you are a soul moving onward and upward. You are not your name. You are not what you do. You are not your body. Visualize beautiful birds removing your pain and suffering with their golden beaks and flying away to drop them all in an ocean. So you're going through some healing right now, and that tells me that you're going to be able to heal others at the end of this. And then here's one more. This is I am creative. And I love the little tea kettle here with the heron in the background behind the moon. Creativity enables us to artfully address life's challenges. I breathe in the energy to create and renew my body and my soul. I am filled with the ability to learn useful disciplines that can help me heal my world. I breathe out my fear of being judged. What that tells me is don't take in other people's considerations when it comes to picking your new place. It needs to feel like a sacred space to you. That's why I pulled that sacred space card. If you feel like you meditate, you can do those things there, then that's the place for you. But there are certain things that you need to change in your environment and your personality and your daily routine in order to attract the right apartment, because it will be waiting for you when you're ready. Like, for instance, right before COVID. My husband and I went through an economic situation, and we had to move, and that was about 6 years ago. And right at that time, actually 5 years ago, it was right after that that COVID hit. So it was like, okay, well, it was really good that we moved because we were in this huge building with a ton of people and elevators.
Uh-huh.
And then we moved into a condo complex where we're the only people in and out, and we're ground floor, so it's like outside, inside. And so we basically avoided the virus, and neither of us have gotten it yet. So, and it's because our economic status went down, but it forced us into a new area, and it's actually a better place for us in the long run. So it's because things were coming that we didn't see
Yeah.
and our situation changed that we were able to find a better place to live. So we don't always see from our human perspective what's going on. So tapping in and meditating on your divine, creating that sacred space and getting inside of yourself can help you better choose that next place for you. I hope that was helpful, Patricia.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would not be surprised um, if whatever place you end up in, if you're not in there with someone else. Okay. I get the Two of Cups, right? And it's funny. I know this is I think this is the painting. I think it's called The Merchant's Wife or the Gandolfini family or something along those lines. Anyway, it is a famous painting, and this also is like almost like the lover's card. So it's a pair. There's two there. So don't be surprised if you are sharing that space with someone else. What you're doing right now in terms of kind of putting out the I want a new place is this is the habit, and it actually the habit is actually like the death card. Or no, I'm sorry. The habit is like the devil card. That's what it is. And it's dependency. It's feeling like you don't have a lot of choice when actually you do have choice. And I think things begin to change when you can honestly accept where you are and say, you know what? This is where I am. Let's make the best out of this situation. And I'm going to find things that I'm just going to absolutely love about where I am, and then concentrate on finding those things. When that happens, that's when the Four of Swords comes in. That's when you can internalize what it is that you're looking for, and have a much better perspective of what it is that you want. Because right now you're just thinking, I just want to get out of here. I just want to get out of here. So you're not, and that's what, like Michelle said, that's what might be the impetus for you taking the first thing that comes along. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll take it, without really looking into it. Okay. Ultimately, I do get justice. So ultimately, you will end up exactly where you need to be. And if for the time being, that is exactly where you are, then just learn to give into that and say, okay, I accept. This is where I am. This is where I'm going to be for a while. Let's make the best of it. And that's when the strength card comes in, is to kind of, and this reminded me of, the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to change the things I can and to accept things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay. It's kind of like giving in and saying, okay, this is where I am. I'm going to be happy here. And go out of your way to be happy there. And that's when you'll find that things begin to shift. When you're honestly, genuinely get to that place, you can't just pretend, right? And say, no, I'm happy. Yeah, no, I'm staying here. I'm happy. No. The universe will call you on your BS. So yeah, when you get actually to that place, I think that, things are going to open up. And this For some reason, Patricia, um, I see you. I see you, kind of dancing in this place. I see you kind of doing the moves, and I know you're a dancer, and I'm almost seeing you like wearing your dancing shoes around the apartment and saying, no, no, okay, I'm going to be happy here. And yeah, so I hope that resonates with you. Okay. And lastly, we have Patty D. I would appreciate a message from my spirit guides for guidance. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I pulled some cards for you, Miss Patty. Miss Patty D. I think I've given you a reading recently. But what they're having you focus on in this case is I got the 7th house of relationships for my karma cards. I got Virgo, which is the diplomat. Okay. Marina's moon is in sidereal Virgo. So that makes her an amazing, just salesperson with numbers, keeping things organized, things like that. You keep people's assets safe. And then I got the 9th house of expansion. Okay. That's higher learning, things like that. So what this tells me is that they're having you practice more of a bureaucratic attitude when it comes to your relationships and when it comes to the way that you view your expansive spirituality. I'm going to go ahead and read across the card so you can see what it says. It says, diplomatically serve others as if it came from God. Relationships require the details of the philosophies and laws involved. Get a fair deal, do what you must do, and do it in a big way. So I feel like that is something that's coming your way. The reason I say that, honey, is I got justice reversed. There's been some injustice. There's been some imbalance. It means that your preconceived requirements are not going to be met right now. Avoid self-deception in this case. Those close to you or someone that you're interested in, or it is not telling the truth. There's someone in your environment that might not be they're causing some injustice in your life. Okay. There's inequality. There's a one-sidedness to this particular entity. Both sides are absolutely certain that they're right. That's what I'm doing when I tap in. A tit for tat attitude is just going to cause rigidity. It's going to cause mistrust. In disagreements, a stalemate will be the best you can really hope for here. Your emotional commitment to a relationship may not be reciprocated, or just any kind of relationship. Okay. That's the 7th house energy. So regarding wealth, possessions, children, all of those things, you're being challenged here to kind of maintain those areas. And because there's some issues with faithfulness and deception and things in this area that are coming up here. Okay. As you go through this is kind of the way to navigate it. And I shuffled, I got the 8 of Gens, but it came upright for you. So if this is a yes card, okay, you will be successful. But you have to make really wise choices and practical efforts to contribute to the success of this situation that I'm talking about. Okay. You know how to make your loved ones feel really special, but you have to avoid this perfectionistic piece with them. Try not to be too controlling when it comes to them making their decisions. Give them that space. Okay. Give them that heart space. You're a very creative person. When you work steadily towards your vision, it brings about like a lot of beautiful, deep satisfaction. That's great. You're wise when it comes to relationships. You really do approach them like a skilled craftsperson, but realize that not everybody has the tools that you have, and just be very patient with them. Okay, honey. Don't think about the results or rewards of the advice that you're giving to people right now. Just keep studying your subject, learn as you work, attend to those details with love and skill, and avoid, again, perfectionism, because you have this in spades. Compared to the person that you're interacting with. Okay. They've got a lot of stuff that they're dealing with right now, and they just need a little bit of space. I am going to pull a couple of self-care cards. I didn't realize I did that. 1 second. There we go. That's very clear. Goddess of balance. Okay. So this is what you're stepping into. I am attractive because I feel good about myself and others. Use this gift when you are unhappy with your appearance. Maybe that's why I got the perfection card. It's possible that you're trying to change other people and situations in your environment because of a deep sense of insecurity. We all deal with that. Okay. That's a human thing. Everyone needs to use this affirmation several times a day, even classically beautiful people. Audrey Hepburn's one of them. Okay. They obsess about what they see as their physical shortcomings. Oh my gosh, I saw this video of Heidi Klum. She's in a mirror, and what she does every morning is she circles all the places she hates about herself.
Oh,
I'm like, stop it, honey. Stop it.
yeah.
Like, extract that like crazy engineering German way of thinking out of you and start seeing yourself for the person you are, right?
Yes.
Um, so even classically beautiful people do this. Okay. A thoughtful, kind person who is genuinely interested in others is truly attractive. A sense of humor is also more important than good looks. Okay. So if you're feeling a little down about stuff like that, don't let that get to you. Okay. Know that you're a beautiful person inside and out and just be you. Okay. Then I am focused. And I don't think you can see this card. This guy's holding a sword there in a garden. And focus and clarity come from the practice of being one pointed in your attention. I breathe in the discipline to make strengthening my body, mind, and spirit an enjoyable daily ritual. I am filled with determination. I breathe out procrastination and distraction. This tells me you need to step into some kind of physical routine that improves your mind, body, and spirit, whatever that is. It could be Tai Chi, it could be yoga, it could be strength training, whatever calls to you. I know Patricia's a dancer. That's something that she does to make herself feel beautiful. Do whatever makes your body feel beautiful is what they're saying. Okay. And that can also work out some of the anxiety and the perfectionistic piece that you're working through as well. So I hope that was helpful for you, Patty. I'm sending you tons of love. That was a lot, but know that you've got this. And the two areas that they're focusing on again are your ninth house of your expansive spirituality and your seventh house of relationships. So when you act like a bureaucrat, like a Virgo in those areas, and you put up those beautiful boundaries, because Virgos, they're the ones who erect the fences and keep the wolves away from the flock. So it's important for you to put those
Yeah.
beautiful boundaries up so that when you step into these new modalities of being and thinking, that someone can't break the fence line and steal what you've created. Okay. I hope that was helpful. I'm sending you so much love. Okay, honey.
Yeah. Absolutely. And my cards picked up on the relationship part, and do kind of echo what Michelle said, in that the message that I got was, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? So I start off with the Seven of Cups, which is kind of, illusion, delusion. It's sometimes not seeing things for the way that they really are, but kind of, wanting to look at them and kind of sweep a lot of the things under the carpet and make it appear the way that you would want it to appear. It doesn't really work that way. I get the Page of Wands, and this is, looking at you're trying to look at things the way that they are, and you're seeing things for what they are on one level, but you're also thinking that, well, maybe there's something that I can change about that. I also got the Two of Cups again, which talks about the relationship, and my sense was that this, like Michelle said, there is something going on that is under the surface that is not being very honest. Something that is just a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Unpleasant, I guess. I get Seven of Swords, and this is kind of like the treachery, the bickering, the fighting, the someone is pushing your buttons and trying to see if they can get a reaction out of you, and it almost feels like they're doing it just to see your reaction, not that they're serious about it, but they just want They just want to poke at you, and it does not feel very, very good. Okay. Your job here is the Eight of Cups. You go on a journey, Patty, to find out who you are and look at the things that are happening around you, and especially in terms of this person, and ask yourself, can you see yourself truly being happy with this person 5 years from now? And if the answer is no, then walk away now. Don't you cannot love someone into being something that they are not, no matter how much you might want it. It's never going to happen, because it's never going to be genuine, right? With all of us, whatever we change is motivated by us making the changes, not because someone else is urging us to make those changes. So yeah, if this is a relationship, and that's kind of what I'm picking up on, it might be time to say thank you. It's been a slice. Thank you for all the lessons, but it's time for you to go. Your bags are by the door. So that's kind of what I'm getting, and I hope that resonates with you. Go ahead. Oh, you're on mute.
I'm just having issues with my camera, and I'm trying to get it to focus.
Oh.
Sorry about that, Marina. I'm gonna have to get. I have to understand. What is your camera? What camera are you using? That's fantastic.
You know what? It's one that I ordered on Amazon, and
okay.
Yeah, it has the autofocus. It also comes with this nifty little remote control.
Ooh,
so
I don't have that. That's cool.
Yeah, so that I can make myself, zoom in, zoom out. I can move left, I can move right, up and down.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah,
This Aquarian moon wants to know that. Okay, we'll talk after the show. That's so cool.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I will find it for you, and I will send you the link. And it really wasn't that much. And yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I apologize for the blurriness, guys. So
I'll
level up for you.
Not to worry. And thank you, all of you, for being here. Marby, I apologize. I'm not going to be able to get to your question, only because we've already been on for an hour and 52 minutes, and I'm starting to fade. Fast.
But we have other shows, so you can visit us. You can visit us then. Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, come see us in 2 weeks' time, when I think we're going to be on your channel in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, we are, and I'm always happy to be on yours. And you have other shows coming up, and I do too. So, and then we also have practices. So if you want to do a full reading, we're always here. So
absolutely. And before I let you all go, don't forget, go to my community tab on the page and take a look at the course that I'm offering. It's a 30-day course, and don't let the 30 days scare you. It's going to be very much self-directed. You'll get a short little video every single day, and along with some homework that you can do. And it's called Achieving Union. And the idea is that at the end of the 30 days, you will have a much better relationship with spirit and with your higher self, so that you'll be able to tell the difference when spirit is talking to you, when ego is talking to you, or when there's just noise happening. And 30 days, I thought, was it's enough time for you to develop the habit of doing it on a daily basis. So we'll meet once a week. We'll chart progress, answer any questions and whatnot. So if you want to know more, go to the community tab, scroll down, and you'll look for the information on the Achieving Union course. All righty. Wonderful. Thank you all for being here. Michelle, it was a pleasure as always. So look forward to doing this again in 2 weeks' time.
It's an honor. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. You all have a great rest of the evening and a great week. And we'll see you later. Take care. Bye.